Welcome back. Weekend game plan here on TSN 690. Matthew Ross, Dave Trentadue with you until 9 a.m. We're just ahead of Habs breakfast. Adam Proto of the Hockey News will join us. Our question of the day, wrong answers only. Why hasn't Nick Suzuki gotten COVID-19? He feels like the only player in the organization that hasn't gotten it. But let's get to Mark.
Weekend Game Plan gets out into the community with Suburban Newspaper sports editor Mark Lidbetter and the Amateur Sports Report.
All right, sports at thesuburban.com to reach Mark. Mark, let's start in the air.
Yeah, and this is a bit of an update. We talked about Sarah earlier when she made the cut to the next group, and Montreal West Sarah Faith is now on the fast track to becoming an Olympian in a sport she'd never considered thanks to the RBC training ground program. She is a skilled gymnast for Wind Gym, and now she's set to train, though, as a freestyle skier in the aerial discipline. The 16-year-old is one of only 30 athletes nationwide who rose to the top during the RBC training ground talent search, and that earned her RBC Future Olympian funding and a spot on Team Canada. Sarah was part of an original pool of 4,000 athletes in the initial tryouts. She survived the cut to the top 100 and made the grade for the top 30. Now, it was her test results that, combined with her background in gymnastics, that caught the attentions of the scouts from the aerials program of Freestyle Ski Canada. She's attended some training sessions on trampoline and then last summer on the ramp where they land in a pool. But this winter, Faith is skiing twice weekly and she'll be doing some jumps on snow. The funding is administered by the National Sport Organization that brings her into the system, and it's used for things like coaching, transportation, travel equipment, and nutrition. Now, the RBC Training Ground is a free nationwide talent identification program, and it's dedicated to finding and funding Canada's future Olympians. So athletes between the ages of 14 and 24 from a wide range of sports, they perform core speed, strength, and power and endurance tests in front of the talent scouts. So anybody wants to give it a try, they can visit rbctrainingground.ca to get the program info or to register to try out.
All right, a little GSP news.
Yeah, the Quebec Foundation for Athletic Excellence and Georges St. Pierre Foundation have renewed their collaboration to highlight the efforts of 7 emerging student athletes and award each of them with a $2,000 scholarship. It annually supports student athletes practicing sport that Georges St. Pierre included in his preparation, so like boxing, fencing, artistic gymnastics, judo, karate, wrestling, and taekwondo. And at the 9th edition of the GSP Foundation Scholarship Program, local athletes figured prominently in the awards. You had LaSalle's Arthur Bespaldi, 18 years old, a taekwondo practitioner, 14-year-old Madison Hajar of Dollard, who's an artistic gymnast, Rosemount's Felix Mercier-Ross, 17-year-old judoka, 15-year-old Marua Mokad from Montreal North, whose discipline is karate, and fencer Agata Wojtenko, who's 15, and she's from Ahunsik. They were all recipients of $2,000 for their studies and their training.
All right, and on to curling.
Hey, it's a nice day out there today. Let's go outside. Hannah Gargoul, who's a Spirit of Sandra Scholarship recipient, is running an outdoor curling fundraiser in support of the Sandra Schmerler Foundation today. Local curlers, as well as first-time curlers, all book spots on the home main curling rink, and all the proceeds are going to the foundation. The event gets underway at 10 this morning and will run until 10 tonight. Anyone wanting to check out and support them, they can go to 141 Liberty Road in Beaconsfield. The Spirit of Sandra Junior Curling Scholarship Program is for student athletes who participate in competitive curling at the junior level while pursuing post-secondary education. And the Sandra Schmerler Foundation was created in memory of the Olympic gold medalist. And the funds raised are used in support of premature and critically ill babies. So never mind the cold. Go check out these curlers today.
Sports at thesuburban.com for the email address if you want to reach Mark for this weekly segment. It is Weekend Game Plan here on TSN 690, hour number 2 of the show upcoming. It's Adam Proto of the Hockey News. He'll join us next for Habs breakfast. By the way, wrong answers only. Nick Suzuki, why hasn't he gotten COVID-19? At Matthew Words on Twitter. From John Liu, TSN reporter. His snow Bengal cat Milo is a talisman against COVID. And then replying to that, Another fellow listener here, the Gargoyle, says, he said wrong answers only, John. So more of your thoughts, 11690 in the text box if you want to weigh in. It's a cheeky, fun question of the day. More weekend game plan, including Habs breakfast. That's next.